Thousands of foreign laborers are hoping to return to Vietnam, and Vietnam's Minister of Trade and Industry says their GDP grew by 300%. Joining us live from Vietnam, here's Chriselle Yacuna.
That is right, Alma. About 18,528 foreigners and skilled workers are expected to come back to Vietnam, according to the Ministry of Labor, Invalids and Social Affairs. The ministry asked the local authorities, management boards, and processing zones to complete the issuance of the work permits to foreign workers in a convenient manner in order to help them to come back to work quickly. Vietnam on March 22 suspended the entry of all foreign visitors, including those with visa exemption certificates, in a bid to contain the COVID-19 pandemic. Subsequently, it suspended all international flights by March 25, effectively locking out visitors and business professionals for Vietnamese nationals returning on special repatriation flights. Now, Vietnam's government, however, has allowed diplomats, officials, business experts, managers, and high-skilled workers and students to come to Vietnam, provided they meet the necessary requirements. Now, we know that many of our kababayans and OFWs want to come back to Vietnam, or at least some of the aspiring OFWs who would want to work in Vietnam in the near future as teachers and factory workers. So here is the procedure. Foreign employees that want to enter Vietnam should ensure they have a sponsor who can assist the employee in obtaining the necessary paperwork and communicate any changes to them. Since the authorities have not specified any time limit for processing, employers should obtain all the necessary approvals and documents as far ahead as possible so that any delays are limited. The employer is required to submit a letter to the local provincial's People's Committee with specific details about the employee job details as well as their travel plans. And then the local provincial People's Committee is then expected to make a decision and then submit to the request to Vietnam's Immigration Department. As for the foreign workers, they will have to test for COVID-19 for 3 to 7 days before entering Vietnam using the real-time PCR technique. And then they should have international health insurance as well. Or their sponsor will be required to pay for treatment in case they are infected with the virus. Another update, Alma, Vietnam's GDP grows by 300% according to the Trade Minister. Vietnam's active international economic integration boosts its GDP and trade volume by 300% and 350% respectively, according to the Trade Minister. The figures were released by the Minister of Trade and Industry, Tan Tuan An, in a working session at the National Assembly Standing Committee's delegation on enforcement of free trade agreements, or FTAs, on Wednesday. He went on to say that the signed FTAs have helped and expand and diversify export and import markets, advance the development of financial service market with the participation of foreign investors. Especially, Vietnam's trade volume with the rest of the world set new record high of over $500 billion in 2019, despite the economic slowdown and trade tensions between major economies unstressed. In the first 8 months of this year, the complicated and the swift evolution of COVID-19 pandemic, total trade value was estimated at $337.23 billion, equivalent to that of the same period last year, in which export turnover increased by 2.3% to $175.36 billion, while import turnover decreased by 2.4% to $161.87 billion. Currently, investors from 130 countries and territories are investing in Vietnam, including leading investment partners with whom the country has FTAs, such as the Republic of Korea, Japan, and Singapore. Beyond economic benefits, the FTA commitments have helped Vietnam build up an increasingly transparent and open investment climate in line with international practices, creating long-term confidence for foreign investors and firms. And as for the COVID tally, Alma, as of this morning on September 25, Vietnam confirmed 1,069 COVID-19 patients with 991 recoveries and 35 deaths. The country has gone 23 days without community infection case of COVID-19, according to the National Steering Committee for COVID-19 Prevention and Control. That's the update from Vietnam. Back to you, Alma.
All right, Chriselle, did I hear you right? 23 days now without any reported transmission or COVID cases.
That is correct, Alma.
Congratulations to Vietnam. All right, thank you very much, and looking forward to hearing more updates from Vietnam. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alma. Reporting live from Ho Chi Minh City, I am Chriselle Lipuna, who live in interesting times.